Today we're going to try fixing this Wolverine film scanner. We bought this thing a while ago and it ended up being a shorted out MOSFET. So I finally got my MOSFET in the mail and a bunch of other parts I've been waiting on. Had to pay like a 40-cent tariff on all that, so hopefully I get paid back by the other country soon, right? That's how that works. Now we use some hot air to flow that into place. That's better. Let's see if we turn this thing on, if this starts to move correctly. So it appears something may have actually been causing that MOSFET to go bad, because I don't know if I actually caught it on camera before I shut it off. This thing was drawing over 2.5 amps. This thing's only supposed to draw 1.5 amps, and it was still pegging out and dying off. So something is causing this to draw way too many amps, and I think it's this motor. If I was into gambling, which I am, I would bet this thing here probably has an alignment issue somewhere, binding it up, causing it to draw a bunch of amps, and since this was an out-of-box failure, this probably bound up, drew a whole bunch of amps, and blew that MOSFET, instead of just being a bad MOSFET from the factory. I pulled the back panel off, cleaned it up a little bit, and put it back on, and made sure it was perfectly straight, and now we are running at 0.03 amps. That is one hell of a lot better. Well, it is now kind of functioning. As you can see, it is only drawing 0.3 amps, which is way better. The issue is this is constantly running, even when it's not technically supposed to right now. So we might have shorted out our new MOSFET when we sent 2.5 amps through it. Luckily I bought 10 of them, so let's slap a new one in, see if that fixes it. Put a new MOSFET on there. Ultimately another diode or something could be shorted out, but honestly I don't care. I don't have it on hand if it is something else that's shorted out. And it's perfectly usable the way it is, so if this doesn't fix it, I don't care. Let's turn it on. There we go! It did it! It cycled to make sure everything was running, but now, if we actually turn this on, that starts, and then that starts. There we go. We just fixed it. Fully functional. It is drawing less than an amp, and the original power supply was rated for 1.5 amps, so that is correct. Perfect. This is exactly what I wanted to happen, considering I got this thing for an insanely good deal. Well, now that it's functioning.